life, the bright lights, the type the crowd likes. Where you at, ballers? Ladies love me and men, they wanna be me, they pay to come see me. Where you at, ballers?
Welcome back to another episode of the NBA Shot Clock. I am J.A. Cavalier. I'm going to be joined by Junior Browne and the Shark. We're going to get you set up for today's NBA card. Free picks, no fluff. The NBA Shot Clock starts now.
76ers at Hawks, 7:30 State Farm Arena. Buying the home team, minus 2.5, 1 unit official. Home game 1 of a 5-game homestand for the Hawks. Usually that would not be a big deal, but when you look at the calendar for this team, this is a huge deal. This team has not played consecutive home games since November 21st and 22nd. 6 consecutive home one-offs going right back on the road. No fluidity, no comfortability. 1-5 ATS in those 6 ball games. 1-10 ATS last 11 at home. Finding a revenge element against Philadelphia. Philadelphia has beaten the Hawks 5 consecutive times. Now the Hawks are favored. Let the line tell you that story. The strength is real. No Joel Embiid in this matchup. Philadelphia not performing particularly well on the road at the Eastern Conference without the big fella. Big opportunity to dominate. Hawks to get off the schneid in this matchup and commence upward movement at home. Wednesday night official. Hawks minus 2.5, 1 unit.
What's going on, y'all? Junior Browne back with NBA action on this Wednesday, January 10th with some more free picks. And we're going to be taking the New Orleans Pelicans minus 1. I know this line has moved around a bit since it opened at a pick'em or minus a half Golden State, depending on where you shot. That has a lot to do with Zion's availability because he's questionable today. I would say you should take the Pelicans anyway, even if he's out. New Orleans have won their last 3 games without Zion by double digits. This is a team on the rise, which is not something you can say about the Golden State Warriors, who are 2-4 on their current homestand, and they're actually negative in terms of net rating at home. They average 116 while allowing 117. Now, the thing that pushes me over the top in this particular matchup, I know these two teams played earlier this season, but that was back on October 30th when Golden State blew them out, and things done changed since then. The Golden State Warriors do a very good job at not allowing layups. They actually allow the fewest amount of layups in the league, but in return, they allow the most mid-range shots in the NBA. And unfortunately for them, they're the worst team in the entire league at defending the mid-range. Well, the Pelicans happen to be one of only 4 teams in the NBA who are top 10 in frequency in terms of mid-range jumpers and top 10 in accuracy. There are 4 elite mid-range shooting teams, and they're all teams that you will see in the playoffs. They're all teams who do score very effectively on a nightly basis. Give me the Pelicans in a spot where the Warriors are reeling. They're in ascension. I like New Orleans minus 1 here. Let's go ahead and cash this ticket, y'all.
Minnesota at Boston. The Celtics are laying 9. The total here is at 224.5. This line opened up last night at 6.5, and then it was steamed up to 9. Many factors for that. Tatum was ruled in. Conley was ruled out. Gobert with a Q tag. And more importantly, the Timberwolves weren't able to fly out of Orlando last night. They had to fly into Boston today. And what was already a terrible spot for Minnesota just got a lot worse. It's never easy going into Boston on the second game of a back-to-back. But having to fly in bad weather on the day of, it isn't ideal. When you're tired, you're jet lagged, what's going to suffer the most? Defense, effort, slow to the boards, slow to the ball, slow to your spots. So I've said all that just to say this. I'm on the Boston Celtics team total over 116.5. Now, I did catch this number last night at 114. I still love it at 116. This is going to go way over the total. T-Wolves give up 8 more points on the road than they do at home. Tonight, they face the 5th best offense in the league. Celtics average 121 points a game. They've gone over this number tonight in 11 straight. In their last 10, the Celtics have scored 120 or more 9 times. Last 2 times these two teams met in Boston, the Celtics went for 121 and $134. I expect more of the same tonight. Give me the Boston Celtics team total over 116.5.
Thunder at Heat, Wednesday, January 10th. Taking the road team -3.5, 1 unit official. A lot to talk about in this game. Thunder in the fourth game of an Eastern trip. 0-3 ATS on the trip so far, but showing signs of a cover. Came into this trip on a back-to-back brutal spot at Atlanta, then got hammered incomprehensibly at Brooklyn. Last game, tight non-cover at Washington. To our chagrin, we stay the course with a team that is a juggernaut and a beautiful buy low against Miami. The Thunder have lost 6 consecutive ball games to Miami dating back 3 seasons. These games are getting tighter. Last year, 110-108 Miami, 112-111 Miami. No Jimmy Butler in this matchup. The Heat did heat check the Rockets in the previous game. Fortunate to get a cover in a box score outlier. It won't go that direction against a hungry, angry Oklahoma City team. Buying the road team, 1 unit, -3.5. Let's dominate.
What's up, y'all? Junior Browne back with NBA Shot Clock with my second pick on this Wednesday, January 10th. And we're going to be riding with the Houston Rockets +4. Chicago's in a terrible spot. They played like in Charlotte, a game that went into overtime. All their starters played heavy minutes. Kobe White and DeMar DeRozan played over 40 minutes. Now they got to go up against one of the few teams in this league that play consistent defense on a night-to-night basis in the Houston Rockets, who rank 4th overall on the defensive side of the ball. Now, Chicago on their best night, to me, well, not to me, the statistics tell you that they're a well below average offense. I do understand they've been playing much better, but with Zach LaVine and Vooch back in the lineup, that might throw things out of whack. You saw it last night where they've been riding with a different group during this upswing in performance, but when the going got tough, they went back to the regular starters despite the fact that LaVine and Vooch came off the bench. So the offense is going to be in flux, in my opinion, with these high-volume shooters back into the lineup, and that bodes perfectly well for the Rockets, who, again, the only thing that the Rockets do is play consistent defense on a night-to-night basis. Give me the Rockets +4 in this spot. Let's go ahead and cash this ticket, y'all.